So nice, like within the first 15 seconds, they start off with the low energy and then they rise it up and then they let their character and stage presence kind of drive it. They're not starting off in some crazy pose, but what they are doing is that you as the audience member acknowledge their presence, but they're not acknowledging you because they don't like you. No, I'm just kidding. Because it helps build of like wanting to make that connection. But then from here, they do this nice slow turnaround, like this nice about face, boom, a nice slow reveal of each main character. And I like that it's a slow reveal because it's almost like because it's slow, you're forced to keep your attention on them. If it was snappy, like that's how long you're gonna keep their attention. So the nice slow reveal is nice, and then they get this nice hair flick right here, just like everyone having their own moment as the main characters. Again, just great movement choreography, just great movement to establish who they are, really like sit in with them. It's one of those things I've said before, is if you're gonna hooking the audience, either you bring them in by having insanely good stage presence, or you bring them in by a great dynamic, or just like with some shock and awe or surprise and delight. Yeah, it definitely has that like old school R&B vibe to it. I like this moment of the choreography. Clever concept, kind of more zombie morphin time we got going on, because we got this with this nice little swing happening. Yeah, they're doing a lot of like rolls and rolls. They're grooving a lot. Oh yeah, like definitely enjoyed this formation right here from into this musicality too. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, right? 1 and 2 and 3. No, yeah, it's on. Okay. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Oh, that was good. So, I definitely like this 1 2 2 1 formation, but the musicality on that was nasty. So let's go into the practice video. Okay, just hit my hard R's, because I think it's a little easier to see what they're doing on this one. There's a lot of like, is that a groove? Let me see. No, that was nice too, dude. It was like the good weight shifting, nice writing the lyrics with the arms. We got a pray, up and over, back. Great shape, man. This pushing your hip out that much is like a skill, because you have to like, there's a lot of activation going into the glutes there. Like Lauren, like one of my partners, she does like a lot of hip movements with like drills it on her own, and I try it. I feel it on my lower back and in my glutes to push this shape at this level. That's hard, and it looks graceful and looks elegant. It's powerful, and it's difficult, at least for me. So this is where like me not doing the style choreography enough, like, or at all. So I thought this was a rotation, but all they did was an extension onto that tiptoe, which brought this around, which made it look like a rotation. But I think the rotation is helped by this pivot of the heel coming out to the sit, and then and then this part kind of like a bouncy. We got this swivel kind of bounce groove happening here into this turntable effect. Turntable, bam. But they ride that so fast. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and that was nice. I love that sequence. So all that happening in just a short amount of time. Damn it, they made that look easy, but that shit is hard. And here, it definitely like a completely different vibe change, because we got like this whole R&B type of vibe here, and then I feel like it just shifts to like this I guess the only reference I have for it in terms of like my musical awareness is it just kind of feels like it shifts into like a Billie Eilish type of vibe. It gets a little darker. They slow things down even more. 1, 2, 3. When notice like with even just the rolls, there's no aggression into it. It's very subtle. It's almost like it's just slithering through. And then, which is a nice contrast when it goes into something quick and snappy. Snap right here, and that bounce is super subtle because there's a bounce, but there's a small subtle bounce, which requires a little bit more control because you can't go to 100 because then you'll overkill. Like I just love the contrast of the textures here, man. Hey, and a quick, excuse me, even that wrist roll. It's not a quick. It's a very controlled. Nice use repetition there. Like they're like the here flipping the coin kind of thing. Ba, ba, ba. I love this part. It's like a chest roll, like going into a bounce from the hip. Bring your left knee in, roll it back up, step, and pause. Very subtle head movement here. A little bit of rond de jambe, step, to nice pointed feet, to these swivels. Okay, this whole sequence right there. That part, just like, cause I really like how Temin, like his, what do you call it, mannerisms in his own dancing, which has a lot of control and subtlety. I thought this very much reminded me of it because this wasn't an overkill body roll. It was a very subtle roll, sit, and like a lot of transfer as well, a lot in terms of the pathways. So transferring from here, round, back up. There's no overkill. It's very subtle and very powerful and very controlled. Boom. Da-da. And it feels very fluid too. It feels like there's no shape, but there's a lot of intention of where the movement is going. As I just said, like there's a body roll to the hip, round to the knee, back to the hip, up to the shoulders, boom, step, catch everything. All the energy catches here, back to the head. You don't do too much, just a little bit. And then a very graceful little rond de jambe going around to the step. It's so good. Yeah, that part was, I think, probably my favorite part. I like this build-up. It's dope and it's also eerie. Oof. Let me push in a little bit more for that sequence right here. Nice. Ooh, look at that. Like just the fingers. Ooh, it's nice, like detail. I like that. The playfulness for this practice video. Love this groove right here. Not here. This part. Boom. Round. Up. To the chest rolls. Or hip rolls. Yeah, it looks more like hip rolls as they pivot around. Hip roll. Ba, da. The thing with this, there's a brief moment of like they're gonna of attack with this kill off or the closer. Big. And then they bring it, then they make it more subtle again. Make it chill. Love that. And I love this happening at this moment where they're going around, up, simple chest pop, ba, boom. I definitely would like to try that. Man, I need to try it. I don't even know if they're leading from the chest or leading from the back. Either way, I like the two different like movements and patterns happening at the same time because we're having like one circular motion just going on, and then one kind of bouncing motion happening simultaneously. I like it when two different energies are happening simultaneously. Better watch your back. Yeah, that's it. Okay, this part in the beginning, Neff says that they say marionette, so that's when they do the swinging hand move. Which, yeah, definitely like the vibe for this. Definitely like to start off with a kind of an R&B vibe into like a darker tone, but also going into the whole like the groovy vibe, but then very controlled. So I like seeing the versatility in groups. Not just in like obviously the music's great. I don't know produce music, but like also in how they execute the choreography. So